Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. This time we are a little ways out of our normal exploring area. We're up by Valley Forge Park, and I believe this area is Malvern. I think that's what it said on the address. We parked in the Yellow Springs parking lot, and I'm following a path that I found online. It's a 2.5-mile hike, and our main goal is to get to an old water bottling plant that was closed down in officially closed down in 1930. It started in 1895, but we'll talk more about that as we get up there. Right now we're starting on the 2.5-mile trek to go around and see a bunch of really cool stuff. So let's go check this out. So I think I was supposed to come from the parking lot down this paved path right here. However, I just went down the road, and now we'll pick it up right here. And this is leading towards a bridge, which should be pretty cool. And it's like the first neat thing we get to see on our new adventure. And it would appear that the bridge itself is closed. I don't know if it's closed to foot traffic or not. We'll find out once we get up there. So as I approached a little bit closer to the bridge, which I think this is a covered bridge, and it does seem that it's closed off. Even the trail is closed off, but the good news is I think where I wanted to go to was over here. There's this little wooden footbridge, and there is the covered bridge. Unfortunately, this is as close as we can get to it. Wish we could go down there. So in the directions that I was reading online, it says you'll come to an obvious trailhead, and I do believe this is it. I just rechecked the web page that I got that from, and it said from here that the trail is pretty easy to follow. A lot of it's uphill, so it's a bit of a workout, but it's not like a really big incline. And a lot of people do walk these trails even on a gloomy day like today. And we have steps kind of reminiscent of being at Bushkill Falls, but nowhere near the amount of steps by far. Somewhere along here, I think it's on the trip back, there's an old dam / waterfall that's supposed to be pretty cool too. And they weren't kidding. This is definitely an incline. I mean, wow, something going on up there. But I mean, this is only the beginning, and I'm already a little out of breath, so, but that's all right. I need the exercise. Oh, more steps. And if I keep following this path that I found online, it'll circle me around right back to the parking lot. And be aware, if you do come take this path, there is some rocky terrain, so you want to make sure that you have the appropriate footwear on. And I personally have my work boots on right now. Probably not the most comfortable, but definitely waterproof. Yeah, we're up a little ways. I don't think you can see that on the video, and we're still going up. So I just stopped for a little breather. I was a little winded there. Don't know if that came through in me talking. It probably did. But it's a little more humid than I accounted for. I'm wearing a hoodie, and it doesn't help. Being out of shape also does not help. Interesting little landmark here. So it's a tree that's been cut down. It's all hollow, and it's filled with rocks. It was also said that there is an unmarked trail that goes off to the left. Not to follow that. It just leads to nowhere. So just keep following the main path. And here would be that trail, I'm assuming. Would seem that the good news is not long after that, we start to go downhill. And I think it's mostly downhill from here, so thank God for that. But you also know you're on the right trail too, much like in a lot of wooded areas. They have these little red markers on the trees and stuff, so you know you're following the right path. And I'm not sure if we're on it right now, because I didn't really read when I came in. But this could very well be the Horseshoe Trail, or it could be the Colonial Springs Trail. I'm not sure. But the Horseshoe Trail, that's a long trail. I think somebody told me it eventually ends up near the Appalachian Trail. I don't know how true that is, but that's a long trail, man. Well, it would seem the uphill is not quite done yet, but it's leveled out more so. And as I said, there's a lot of rocky terrain, so watch your step up here. So I have come to where that trail ends, so I guess that's not the Horseshoe Trail. There's an option to go right, which is downhill, and that is to Valley Creek Trail, which I don't think that's what we want. So I guess we're going up some more. So before continuing upwards, I consulted that website that I found that describes the loop of a trail that you take here. And if we went right, it would have been a shorter loop, but it would have missed the Colonial Springs water bottling plant ruins. And that's our main objective. According to the web page that I was following, we are at the summit of Mount Misery, or I believe this is Mount Misery Trail, and we're right at where it turns into Horseshoe Trail. As you can see, Horseshoe Trail off to the right. This thing right here, there used to be a bell on here apparently that you could ring to, you know, commemorate reaching the summit, but apparently it's gone. I was going to ring it too. Oh well. So now, upwards some more, and it says that this winds around the ridge line before reaching the ruins of the Colonial Water Bottling Company plant thingy. So more upward. Word of warning, this is very, very rocky here. So again, you want to make sure you have the proper footwear. Wouldn't just come up here with like sandals or flip-flops or something like that. Getting hard to keep track of the trail though, but I can still see it mostly. Finally, a sign that I am still on this trail. It's a little hard to tell with the leaves that have fallen, but the rocks are your definite reminder that you're on the right trail. No pun intended. Well, maybe a little. Well, we are finally going down again. And I keep looking to my right to see if I could see any signs of the ruins of the water bottling company. So far I don't, but the videos that I've watched where people do come back here, it was more so into fall and stuff like that. Right now we still got a lot of greenery around, and there is like a spooky mist forming around me here. I guess that just adds to the ambiance. So I'm wondering if what I see down there is the office for the Valley Forge National Park. And fun fact that this water bottling company began in 1895, as I said, and was kind of shut down in the early 1900s, and then in 1915 the man that owned Hires Root Beer, I believe his name was Charles Hires, he bought the plant. There's no information as to if he did anything with it, but in 1930 Valley Forge Park bought that land, and oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Horseshoe on the Horseshoe Trail. They bought that, and at the time it was not a national park, it was a state park. And they bought that piece of land, and then they pretty much just left it there to disintegrate over the years. And what's left is still very, very cool. And I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Oh, look at this, right in the middle of the woods, a little free library. Take a book, share a book. I've seen these in plenty of other places, like in the city and stuff like that, but never in the middle of a wooded area. That's very neat. Okay, so I went a little too far, apparently. I was following the directions on that web page that I spoke of, and it told me to continue to follow the horseshoe trail, which I assumed was continuing to go that way because you see that yellow mark right there. Eventually, that led me out to a street, and so I had to backtrack just a little bit, and I'm going to go down, so right where this sign is when you come to it, I guess make a right along what says it's a boundary. And this is very downhill and very rocky, so be very careful. Wow, look at the size of this. Is this quartz? I don't think I've ever seen one this big before, just out in the middle, like in the middle of the woods and stuff. Let me know if you know what this is. Is this actually quartz? Crazy. I'm still going down, by the way. All right, so I just spent the last 45 minutes lost in the woods, going through a panic attack because these woods are huge and I'm not used to them. And I said, you know what? I'm calling it a day. I got to get out of here before the park closes at dark, like when the sun goes down. And I thought I was following the path back, and I kind of was. And then I looked down the hill. I was on a path up there. I looked down the hill. I said, you got to be kidding me. Here we are. And I thought this was going to be a lost cause of a video. But here we are. Holy crap. This is what's left of a water bottling company that was made in 1895. Closed down for good in 1930. And we finally made it. Not everything here is original, obviously. Within the windows here, they re-supported it. They were wood. You can see a little bit of the spring coming out there. Wow. Now apparently going across the top here, there used to be like a wall that went across that has since come crumbling down. And I don't know what these bags are here. Sandbags, looks like, actually. Probably trying to stop the flow, make it go underground. We're gonna go in there. I might have to turn on my light though, as I didn't bring my flashlight like a fool. I'm gonna leave my umbrella and my water right here. There we go. And let me turn my light on. There we go. Let's check this out. Okay, I just got a little scared because I saw or heard something. Doesn't go back far. Step across this wood here. And you can see there's a mist in here. But the spring comes out from the ground in there. The ground is like the natural filtration system. Somebody wrote portal to hell. And then you have this up here. I guess this used to catch the rainwater and stuff like that to add to it because, well, the rain was less polluted back then. Man. Little cave cricket, camel cricket, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, and that's a big spider. Right there. So I'm going to try not to touch the walls as I get out of here. I don't need to be bringing anything back to the car with me. But then, yeah, the spring, it comes down from here, would flow out to there, and I guess that this must have been where they did their bottling. And you could see, and I'll show you, there's another doorway that's up higher from the ground. I guess that was for like wagons and stuff. So this is the doorway I was talking about. You can see it's like wider than the one we came in and the one over here. and the ground is very, very swampy because this is that spring running through here. I'm sure they had a different way of letting it flow that has since, you know, been destroyed over time. You can still see the concrete in here and the wood frames and the windows. And there was a little thing in the wall over there that I didn't really show you, so we're going to go back and look at that once we go out here. Not sure what that was. Not sure if that was like a gas line, or it could have been like a little nozzle for the water. It could have been a water fountain for the employees so they could keep cool. Yeah, 1895. It's a long time. Whoa. These stairs are scary looking. No handrail. So you know that means I gotta keep rolling. All these wet leaves on here. If I fall, that'll probably be the end of the video. Yeah, but I was walking around in those woods like lost. No trails, no nothing. Because I was following what that guy said on the website and Google Maps. And it just was not taking me where I needed to go. It took me, well, I mean, maybe you saw, maybe you didn't. I don't know if I'm going to edit that out or not. But it took me in the middle of nowhere in the woods. This is cool. Little pipe coming off from the plant. It's probably that pipe coming out the side there. But before we leave, we'll go take a look at that little notch in the wall. So here it is. It's just like right off the doorway that we came in first. So I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me. Is this a gas line? Is it a water line? Let me know in the comments. Just on the outside of it, we've got this wall here. Makes you wonder, like, if they had to have this wall here, was it for aesthetics, or did the, sorry, new gimbal, still getting used to it, or did the stream actually rise up this high? Anyway, we're gonna get out of here because I have spent so much time wandering around lost in the woods that I really got to get out of here before the sun goes down. And so here we go, making our way down the trail. Got a mini waterfall over here. Just a little guy. But I just wanted to stop and see that before we made our way back down the trail, because we really have like, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get back into the parking lot and get the car out of there before they lock it in. And I have no idea how far away I am at this point. And yet another mini waterfall. But back to the trail. What confuses me is the guy on that webpage, which he led me astray once on this. He said that there was a trail that goes across the creek off to the left, which is now to our right. He said ignore this trail and continue hiking downhill. Well, we're going uphill. So, a little confused. Okay, now we're going down. It was just a little bit of an uphill. Some steep stairs here. Here, I'll show you when I get on the other side of it. So, just be careful there. Down and down we go. Hard to tell if it's raining or it's just coming off the trees, but we're now at the part we just came from that way, where Horseshoe Trail intersects Valley Creek Trail again. And this says Valley Creek Trail is closed at the covered bridge, which we already knew that the covered bridge was closed. So we continue on this way. Have to say at this point, I'm feeling a little bit like I did when I was at Bushkill Falls with Stephanie. Like I just want to get to the end already. This has been a super long time in here. When I was lost, it felt like it was hours. All right, so once again, backtracking, going back to this bench at Valley Creek Trail. I just talked to somebody who I've met up with a couple times in here, and he told me that the quickest way to get back to the parking lot is down this way, and then I can make a left and then follow it to where it says that the bridge is out, like another sign talking about that covered bridge. So that's what I'm going to do. And if we don't get to see that other waterfall dam thing, so be it. We accomplished our main mission, seeing the water bottling plant. So I think, ironically enough, where he told me to turn left, I think it was here, but it happens to be right where the waterfall is that I was talking about. There we are. And it's obviously not going down this way because it stops right here. So, yeah, we'll just continue on up here. So we did get to see that waterfall, but now I'm in a big hurry to get out of here, because not only is it getting later, my phone is getting deader. So thankfully I brought my laptop, and I can just hook it up to that, and you know, I'll be able to get home, because I definitely need GPS to get home from here. And so, after many wrong turns, some panicking, I have made it out, and I am heading back to the parking lot. Oh man, what a day. I can't even begin to tell you guys. I mean, I know you saw it, but unless you were here to experience my little panic attacks, you can't really appreciate how frustrating the day was. But once again, all worth it. I came, I saw what I wanted to see, and now you all got to see it. So thank you once again for coming on yet another brand new adventure, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, especially after all I went through to make it. So I hope you really enjoy it. Make sure that you give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Once you do that, make sure you hit the notification bell. Hitting the notification bell will allow YouTube to give you notifications when I upload new videos or when I go live, which is usually on Mondays around 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And make sure you check out the merch shop. Link for that is in the description. Get yourself some Tom's World gear. All that being said, I guess I'm out of here. I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.